Some folks dream about living next to a lake, the kind where you just wander out your back door, coffee in hand, and there's the water. Our listener had that dream. It sounds like pure bliss, right?
It really does. I mean, you picture lazy afternoons fishing or just paddling around in a kayak, not a care in the world. And here's the kicker. This person actually owns the lake, not just the house. It's written into the deed. No misunderstandings, no gray areas.
Exactly. So they're living the good life, thinking nothing can mess this up. And then, out of nowhere, they come home and bam, there's one of those threatening HOA letters stuck to the door. You know the type. Big, bold font, official seal, and that unmistakable tone of do this or else.
What gets me is they didn't even try to start with a gentle nudge. Nope. They immediately threatened daily fines for keeping a boat on their own lake. That's next-level audacity, even for an HOA.
Honestly, it almost sounds like a joke, but the intimidation is real. And the HOA's excuse? Apparently, the boat was obstructing their precious community fishing club.
And here's where it starts getting wild. Because that fishing club, well, it wasn't even supposed to be there. The HOA didn't own the lake. They were just making money off someone else's property. It's hard to believe, but here we are.
Honestly, this part cracks me up and ticks me off at the same time. The HOA had the nerve to treat the lake like community property, charging people to use it through their so-called fishing club. But they never owned a square inch of it.
I know. And it wasn't just one or two people, whole groups were signing up, paying fees, and thinking they had legit access. The HOA was raking it in, all while the actual owner is standing there, stunned.
What would you even do in that situation? Our listener goes from disbelief to suspicion. If they're pulling this on me, how many neighbors have they tricked? It's a classic example of an HOA banking on nobody ever pushing back.
That's exactly it. Most folks just pay up or shrug it off. But this time, our listener decided to dig in. They called the HOA, tried to have a normal conversation, and got stonewalled. These are the rules. You have to comply. Sound familiar?
It's like a script at this point. The compliance officer talks in circles, hoping you'll just give up. But our listener wasn't having it. They went straight to the paperwork. So, after getting nowhere with the HOA, our listener pulls the actual property records. That's the move right there. Cut through the nonsense, look at the facts, and sure enough, lake ownership, all spelled out in black and white.
Seeing that must have been such a relief and probably infuriating at the same time. Not only did the HOA not own the lake, but every fishing club member, every event, all of it was technically trespassing. It's wild to think about.
Totally. And then comes my favorite moment in the whole saga. The homeowner fires back with a letter, copies in their lawyer, and attaches the deed. It's like dropping the legal equivalent of a mic.
That's when the tables really turn, right? The homeowner puts up private property signs, tells the HOA their fishing club is finished, and suddenly the whole scam crumbles overnight. I almost feel for the club members paying dues for something the board couldn't sell.
Imagine their shock. One week they're enjoying their exclusive fishing rights, the next they're locked out and the real owner explains the truth. And the HOA? Not a peep. They just slink away. No apology, no explanation, total radio silence. But, this isn't just a funny story. It points to something bigger and a lot more frustrating. HOAs sometimes aren't just making mistakes. They're counting on people not knowing their rights, and that's how scams get legs.
It's scary how common that is. A lot of people just assume the HOA is always right, so they pay the fines or follow bogus rules because it's easier. That's exactly why these scams keep popping up.
And look at the fallout. The fishing club is gone, neighbors are angry, the HOA's reputation is shot, all because they pushed too far and tried to bully the wrong person. It's like a cautionary tale for anyone living under HOA rules.
Honestly, the lesson's clear. Check your deed, question the rules, and don't let anyone intimidate you about your own property. Most times, the only power an HOA really has is the power you give them by not fighting back.
Couldn't have said it better. And for everyone listening, if you've got an HOA horror story, we're all ears. Share it with us, because exposing these scams is the only way to keep them in check.